Have you ever clicked on a product you actually wanted to buy and just sat there staring at a loading spinner? 5 seconds go by, 10 seconds, and before you realize it, you've already hit the back button. You didn't compare prices, you didn't read reviews, you didn't really even decide not to buy, you just left. Here's the uncomfortable part. That exact thing is happening on your store right now. If your product pages take 15 seconds to load, it doesn't matter how good your ads are, how much traffic you're getting, or how strong your offer is. People won't stay long enough to evaluate it. And at that point, traffic quality doesn't matter. Ads don't matter. You're paying to send people to a page they will never see. That's why site speed isn't a nice to have anymore. It's the thing that decides whether your store even gets a chance to sell. In this video, I'll show you why site speed kills sales before your offer even gets a chance, the small non-technical things that actually make an e-commerce site faster, especially on Shopify, and how fixing speed turns the traffic you already have into more sales without spending $1 more on ads. Speed is a sales lever. Here's where most store owners get this wrong. They hear site speed and immediately think this is a developer problem, code, stuff they don't want to touch. But speed isn't a technical improvement. It's a sales filter. Across years of running a digital marketing agency, I've worked on a lot of site speed projects, different industries, different platforms, and every single time, without exception, the same thing happened. When the site got faster, conversion rates went up and sales also followed. Sometimes we didn't change the ad, sometimes we didn't change the offer. It was speed alone that removed friction that was quietly killing conversions. A slow site does not scare people away loudly. It doesn't trigger complaints, but it shortens attention on your offer. And when attention disappears, so does the sale. So if speed is the filter, the obvious next question is, what actually makes e-commerce sites slow in the first place? What makes e-commerce sites slow? After working on dozens of e-commerce sites, I've learned the platform usually isn't the problem. Execution is. The biggest speed killers are almost always bloated themes, oversized images, too many apps, third-party scripts, pages trying to load everything at once. That's it. This is where I want to zoom in on Shopify specifically right now, because Shopify already handles a lot of the hard stuff for you. CDN, caching, compression, infrastructure. When a Shopify store is slow, it's almost never Shopify's fault. It's the decisions made on top of the platform. Let's walk through the fixes that actually move the needle without getting too technical. Shopify, the fixes that actually move the needle. You don't need to get too technical to make a Shopify site faster, but you do need to focus on the fundamentals. These are the same levers I see work over and over again. Number one, theme choice sets the ceiling. Your theme determines how fast your site can be. Older themes, especially the ones that have been customized for years, are usually weighed down with extra code, scripts, and workarounds stacked on top of each other. Modern Shopify themes, especially Online Store 2.0 themes, are built for speed. Cleaner code, faster loading out of the box. Updating or switching to a performance-focused theme often produces immediate gains, sometimes without touching anything else. And just as important as the theme itself is discipline. Animations, video backgrounds, they may look cool, but these have a cost. If something doesn't help sell the product, it shouldn't load before the product does. Rule of thumb, fix your product before you polish. Number two, image weight is non-negotiable. Images are the number one reason e-commerce pages feel slow. High quality images matter, but massive file sizes are really unnecessary. One of the most common mistakes I see is uploading huge images and letting the browser resize them on the fly. That alone can take seconds of load time, especially on mobile. Properly sized, compressed images routinely shave seconds of load time off of product pages. And lazy loading images below the fold means customers see the product price, add to cart immediately instead of waiting for everything to load at once. This is one of the fastest wins you can make, and it dramatically improves perceived speed. Number three, app bloat and hidden drag. Apps are Shopify's biggest strength. They're also a potential performance liability. Every app adds scripts. Many apps keep loading code even after they've been removed. Over time, stores quietly accumulate performance debt. The simple rule I use is this: if an app doesn't directly increase revenue or reduce operational friction, it doesn't deserve to slow down your store. Removing unnecessary apps and cleaning up leftover code is often one of the fastest ways to reclaim lost speed. Number 4, load what sells first. Your product page doesn't need to finish loading for a sale to start. The critical elements are simple: product image, price, add to cart. Those should load before anything else. Reviews, chat tools, social widgets, badges, tracking script, they all have value, but they should never delay the buying experience. When brands prioritize loading what actually sells, engagement goes up and conversions usually follow. A real-world example: speed as a growth multiplier. Most recently, I worked on a conversion optimization project for a home construction manufacturer built on Shopify. The site wasn't broken, but it was heavy. Theme inefficiencies, image weight, unnecessary scripts, especially painful on mobile. We focused on the fundamentals. No extreme rebuild, no fancy re-engineering. Once the site became noticeably faster, the behavior changed. People stayed longer. More checkouts were completed. That store now consistently generates 6 figures per month in revenue, and it's still growing. Speed didn't replace marketing, but it made marketing work better. WooCommerce, same principles, more responsibility. So if you're on WooCommerce, the rules really don't change, but you do have fewer guardrails. Hosting quality matters more, caching matters more, plugin discipline matters a lot more. Cheap hosting, bloated plugins, and heavy themes are the usual culprits, but the fixes are the same. Use performance-focused hosting, cache aggressively, optimize images, limit plugins that truly matter, load critical content first. When stores apply these basics consistently, conversion rates often improve without touching traffic or offers at all. Other e-commerce platforms like Magento, BigCommerce, and everything else. If your store is not on Shopify or WooCommerce, the principle still holds. Magento, BigCommerce, custom platforms, it doesn't matter. Speed problems almost never come from the platform name. They come from the same 3 decisions: how heavy the theme is, how media is handled, how much third-party code is being loaded. Platforms like Magento are incredibly powerful, but that power comes with complexity. And if everything is turned on, everything loads, and that usually means slower pages, unless someone is actively managing performance. BigCommerce does more out of the box, similar to Shopify, but the same mistakes still apply. Oversized images, unnecessary apps, and pages trying to do too much at once. Here's the universal rule across all e-commerce platforms: your customer doesn't care what you're built on. They care how fast they can see the product and decide if they want it. No platform can save you from bloated design choices, media overload, or script sprawl. But every platform rewards restraint. So if you focus on loading what sells first and remove everything that gets in the way, you end up with a faster site, better behavior, and really more sales. The platform is just the container. If your store feels slow to you, it feels slow to your customers. And if it feels slow, you're paying for traffic that never had a chance to convert. Fix speed first, then scale. And once speed isn't fighting you anymore, that's when real growth actually becomes possible. Because sustainable e-commerce growth doesn't come with spikes and hacks, it comes from building systems that compound. That's exactly what I break down in the next video: boost e-commerce sales with the money tree strategy. So click right here and I'll show you how to build e-commerce growth that actually compounds instead of constantly resetting. All the best.